I'm really enjoying the show so far. Actually, I'll start with you tomorrow. My first question. Of course, this is based on a very popular book series. How kind of helpful was that, if at all? And do you have a sort of a process when it comes to working on adaptations? Do you always read them? Do you always kind of avoid them? Or does it work on a kind of project by project basis?
I do always read. I always read. I love it. I feel confident enough that with the creative team behind the project that we will, of course, interpret and discover and explore the material in our own way. But I do believe in honoring the writer, in this case, Martha Wells. And I was, sometimes it's like you're reading it in its homework, but with these books, I devoured them. And that's the other thing of just like a sales pitch for the books. They're short, easy reads, and you're hooked. You're hooked. Thankfully, there's 7 books.
Sounds a lot like the series, actually. Just quick, short, it's simple, yes. So easy to get to. But I mean, yeah, Ashka, I was going to ask too, because I mean, I love the kind of crew of that you guys are all kind of a part of. They're kind of hippie-ish. They're quite free-spirited in many ways, and that's actually not the usual representation we see on screen for kind of those involved in kind of science and doctors and stuff. Was that quite fun to kind of bring to life and to kind of subvert those kind of audience expectations?
Oh yeah, I mean, that's joyous. Like it wasn't at all. When you think of sci-fi, you do think of quite like, you think of gray filters and silver and all that kind of, but this is very bright and it's sunny and these people love each other and they have, they're Rati's in a throuple with 2 of the other cast members, and everyone's kind of in love with each other in different ways, and it's just really fun to play and to be in that environment. And it really helped that we all actually do really get along. Yes. Like it did feel like a bunch of friends messing around, which is good fun.
And talking of being in love, Murderbot is obviously in love with Sanctuary Moon, the soap opera. I was just wondering for both of you, and I'll start with you, Tamara, what's your favourite go-to comfort TV show that you can watch and just put on whenever you want?
For fun, or for full escape, I go Kardashians. Nice. Yeah. I don't think you can say. There's nothing else to say about that. Just admit it.
And how about you, Ashkay?
Scrubs. I love Scrubs. Yeah.
No, I can get on board with that. And my final question, even though look, the show is very light in parts, and it's got a really kind of very sort of charming and quite kind of, it's at times kind of irreverent kind of tonality to it. But it's also, we are seeing the world through such a unique and compelling perspective, which is obviously through the eyes of a robot. So we get this very kind of interesting outside look at kind of humanity. What do you think through Murderbot's eyes, what do you think we kind of learn about the human race and the world we live in today?
Yeah, I think a lot of what we do is quite strange, and I think especially like in the modern day, like human relationships and like sexual relationships and all that kind of stuff can get very complicated, and there are monogamous, non-monogamous, this and that, and it can be difficult to wade one's mind through those situations. And I think Murderbot sees all of that and thinks exactly that. It is sort of, in a sense, a through line for the layman in a way.
Yeah, and he sees us and does not understand. We're messy and we don't make sense. And that's the truth. And we actually make it worse by trying to make sense or explain our behavior, which is just, we don't make sense. Deal with it.
Yeah, and on that note, thank you so much, guys, for your time today. Best of luck with the release of the series.
Thank you.
Thank you. Cheers.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey you guys!
Hey you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey you guys!
Hey you guys!